ఈరోజు సెషన్ ప్రారంభించుకుందాం. ఈరోజు రేపు కమ్రేడ్ రామయ్య గారు ఇస్తారు. ఇప్పుడు కమ్రేడ్ అజిత్ కొలాడి ఇన్వైట్ కమ్రేడ్ అజిత్ కొలాడి
I think you will critically evaluate the Ramayana. Please come, sir.
So, dear President of the meeting and most respected comrades, I thought of giving a small talk on Ramayana because as per the political social conditions of India today, the most misinterpreted text and the text which they use to gain power or to maintain power in India is Ramayana. So how the comrades or we people should approach Ramayana according to the predecessors of the communist movement in Kerala, especially Balaram and of course Damodaran. I am just telling what they have written. And my father also has written a book on Valmiki Ramayana, which was a very bestseller in Malayalam, all those. Another scholar, Unni Raja, has given an essay on Ramayana. So basically, I'm talking about Valmiki Ramayana. There are so many Ramayanas, 200 plus Ramayanas, different versions all over the world. And all the story thread may be the same, but the characters' prominence in different parts of different Ramayana is different. But Valmiki Ramayana, that is a first poem written in Bharata. And the first poet is generally known as Valmiki. Sorry, sir. So Valmiki, of course, everybody knows. He was a person who lived in the forest. And he can be called a very barbaric man who kills human beings and kill some and eat them. And he gave this, whatever he has killed, all the meat to his wife and his children. And his name was at that time Ratnagaran. So once, some mythological aspect also comes in this. Saptarishis was walking through the forest. And Ratnagaran came in front of them and wanted to eat them all. He was a very huge demon. So the Saptarishis asked, wait, you can eat us. But let us ask you a question. What is that, he asked? And the Saptarishis, Saptarishi means Sanal Kumara, Sadal Kumara, all these 7 rishis. Go and ask your family whether they share the pavas which you have committed or the sins you have committed. Will they share the burden of that? Ratnagaran was astounded. He went, let me ask and come, you stay here. Okay, we will stay here, you go and ask and come. He went to his wife and to the children and asked them, I have been giving you food all these years. I've been maintaining our family in a very good way. Good way means in that barbaric way. Will you share the burden of the sin which we have been doing, killing human beings, killing animals, all those things? Immediately, wife and the children told, no, we will not share it. This made Ratnakaran's mind very perplexed. And he came back to his rishis and told, no, their answer is this. And Ratnakaran was in full confusion and he doesn't know what to do. All these years he worked for the family, he protected them. And why now the family is abandoning him? Then the rishis told, you think about it. We will come back. At that time, rishis live 1,000 years, some are Chiranjeevis. After 1,000 years, they came back. Then they saw Ratnakaran, they told Ratnakaran to sit and think and analyze himself and introspect himself, which he obeyed. And it is told that in the story he sat almost 1,000 years like that. By the time he was sitting, he went on deep meditation. He was not aware of anything happening in the universe. And his eyes were closed. So nothing, whatever happens around him, he was not aware at all. He was not in the Jagrat situation. So these Vatmigam means the soil which makes a heap of soils. And the ants build soil mountains. Yeah. That is called Valmigam actually. Then he was covered with this. And the rishis came and removed this sand mountain and they made Valmiki to be awakened. Immediately when he woke up, he saw the rishis. Now what do you feel? The rishis asked. Now I felt what I am. What should be a human being? What should be the attitude of a human being? How should he approach the universe? Okay, then you go and you continue your life thinking about the universe, about the human being, about the prominence of human being, all those things. Then he became a hermit, a sage. He made his own ashram. Then he continued meditation. And his first close disciple was Bharadwaja. Then when he was taking his evening bath in the dipping in Sarayu Nadi, when both of them after taking the bath coming out of the river, he saw a bird shot by an archer who kills this, what do you call it, Vedan. And one bird fall down. Another bird was his wife, that bird's wife was there. They were, husband and wife were sitting on the tree. And when this man put the arrow to the bird, one bird died and fall down. And this was the sight Valmiki saw when he was coming out of the river. Then the first word which came out of Valmiki's mouth was Ma Nishada. Nishada means one who kills animals with arrow and bow. Vedan. Ma Nishada. Ma means no. Ayurveda. In Malayalam you call Ayurveda. Don't do that. Ma. There is only one text in the whole universe which starts with the word Ma. Ayurveda. Don't do it. So what Ramayana begins from don't do. What should not be done? Don't be against justice. Don't be against dharma. Don't be against love. Don't be against fraternity. Don't be against all kind of sacrifices. So everything Valmiki then on started proclaiming to the world only justice and needi and fraternity. Then he was sitting again in the hermit meditating. And it was told again, that is also a mythological part. Sage Narada appeared before him. And Sage Narada asked Valmiki, what are you thinking? Valmiki told, I am thinking so many things. No, you are a great sage. Now you have become a great sage. Tell me what you think. I was thinking whether in this universe there is anybody who is typical incarnation of justice, dharma, satya, brotherhood, all these kind of good qualities. Is there is anybody in this universe such a person? Narada replied, I have been traveling all over the 7 world or 14 world, whatever it is, in the mythology they have written. I have never seen anybody like that. Even in the earth, there is nobody like that. The qualities you have mentioned. Even if at all there is somebody, I can mention you one name, the Prince of Ayodhya, Dasharatha's son, Rama. He is the embodiment of all these good qualities you have mentioned here. And Narada explained some part of Rama's story after his departure to the forest and all. Then he stopped there. Then he told Valmiki, now you write the poem. I have given you an introduction. You write it. Then starts the writing. First word was Manishada. Second phrase is, I am writing about a human being in this earth who is the embodiment of all qualifications. And he is always must be regarded as a human being, nothing else. And that human being's name is Rama. Kum nasmin manishyado jagada. I am talking about a human being, and that human being is Rama. So Ramayana of Valmiki throughout explains Rama as an ordinary human being. Except in Sundarakanda, there is a chapter, Sundarakanda. Only in that chapter, Rama is taking the form of a god. Somewhere explanation when he met Hanuman and Sugrivan that time. And when the most beautiful explanation of Ramayana is Sundarakanda, apart from, it means poetic explanations. So Valmiki insists more than 100 times in Ramayana, Rama is a human being. Rama is a human being. That is why the great emperor of Ayodhya, who is explained as the successor of Surya Vamsha, or Raghuvamsha Tilottaman, the emperor of the Surya Sun dynasty, who has every power in this universe, all richness in this universe, and son of a famous father, he is the person, study the character very analytically. He throughout his life only has suffered sorrows than happiness. He has never enjoyed happiness in his life. Rama's life is full of sorrows, full of tragedies, full of conflict between so many people around him. And he never told a word against the people who forced him to abandon the country, the people who deceived him, and everything he sacrificed for himself. So Valmiki explained, this is how a human being should develop. You must have the courage to face the tragedies and difficulties of life. You must be very equanimous in your mind. Whenever you face joy, or whenever you face sorrow, your mind should be equanimous. Should be very balanced. Don't laugh when you are enjoying happiness too much. Don't cry too much when you are facing difficulties also. Mind should be always balanced. That word is clearly explained in Mahabharata again, Sthitapraknya. Sthitapraknyan. One who is never wavers, always stable, whatever may be the situation he is facing. Valmiki explains that human life can be observed in two ways. There is only two ways a man can live in this universe. What is that? A man can be studied, or you can make an opinion of another person by observing this. One is, the man is reacting or man is responding. 90% of the people in this universe react to everything. Reaction means action without thinking. Sudden reactions. But responding is, you take some time, think about what is happening, then respond slowly. Those who respond are the most matured people. Typical examples is our former communist leaders. This Balram or Achyuta Menon or Rajeshwar Rao or anybody like that, they were all equanimous. They never wavered. They were not at all confused. Whenever tragedy faced them or anything happened, they are just smiling. I had personal experiences of Achyuta. I have driven him to so many places for meetings after he resigned from chief ministership. He never, when you drive him for 4 hours or 3 hours, I will be driving, someone comrade will be sitting there, or sometime my father sent to him to pick him up. 3 hours, Achyuta Menon will never talk. Not only to a young boy like at that time I was Youth Federation president, even to his contemporaries, even my father who is just 5 years younger than him, maybe in 3 hours he may talk just 15 minutes. Just keep quiet. Then father or somebody like that, what is his, when you ask him a question, he will tell something. Always equanimous. 7 years he completed his tenure as chief minister, and he was to resign the next day, term completed. And the Congress leader, you remember Karunakaran, once the kingmaker of India. Karunakaran was made the chief minister. He sent the car to Achyuta Menon to transport him to his native place, Trichur, from Trivandrum. Government chief minister's car, and Karunakaran also reached in Cliff House to accompany him till Trichur. Police, everything was there. Press people were there. And Achyuta Menon, no, I don't want this government's car. Office secretary was one Mr. Chellappan, State Council office, a very good comrade. I have told Chellappan to book a second-class ticket to Trichur for me and my wife. So look at the way he is facing the situation. And he traveled in second-class compartment, almost 6 hours journey from Trivandrum to Trichur, alighted in Trichur. Only one suitcase was with him after 7 years as chief minister. Most reputed chief minister of India even now. Even recently, Malayalam Daily, Manorama and Madhurabhumi conducted who is the best chief minister. People declared very surely Achyuta Menon. Only 5 textbooks in that suitcase: Quran, Bible, Marxism, Gandhism, and Upanishads. Now if you become a chief minister for 1 hour, you can mint 100 crores. No, not him, I am telling. Now it's all 7-star or 5-star communist, as Dr. Ramakrishna was telling in our personal talk. Current chief minister of Kerala, 5-star communist. So the transformation taking place in the society is like that. So Vatmiki explains Sthita Prajna. So Rama never was crying when he faced sorrow, or never he was enjoying when he faced happiness. Happiness he faced very, very, very rarely. So our tradition in the initial poem of India itself, asking human being to be very balanced. Why should you react for everything? Think and respond. That is what Buddha did. Doctor told yesterday, I think also mentioned, when he was walking, people were abusing him. He never reacted. After thinking, he responds. So a matured man will respond. That will have great impact on the society. That will influence the mind of the people. Now Sangha Parivar is dominating the society or all the whole country because no people respond, everybody react. Very few people only responding to the real situations of India. So Vatmiki explains from there how a human being should live in this universe. Right from the birth of Rama to the death of Rama. How that man faced the universe, the life and the death, and the conflict in the palace, and the conflict between his mothers, this mother and 2 other wives, Dasharatha has, 3 mothers and the father. His difference of opinion with the brothers, The children of Rama questioning Rama. Sita, the half part of Rama always, or Sita is the most typical embodiment of womanhood in India, even now it is considered. But as women leaders are sitting here, NFIW people should talk of Sita very many times nowadays. Sita is the first person who questioned the Emperor Rama. Now no lady is questioning anything, whatever atrocities committed on them. They may be having protest and all, that is another matter. Questioning the system, that I will explain when I come to the end of the Ramayana. So Rama started to live like that. Of course, everybody knows the story. I am talking about the philosophical perception. When he was asked to relinquish the power and asked to go to forest, he readily agreed. That is all these Lokayata policies applying there. As Professor was telling yesterday, you can see Mahabharata and Ramayana, so many Lokayata situations, Sankhyavada situations. Then Vatmiki explains again, a man's life should be full of sorrows than happiness. Go and face the sorrows and difficulties, the utmost difficulties which you can face. Difficulties makes you the perfect man, not the joy or the happiness. Your mind has to be strong, then face more difficulties. Put forward to you from the universe, not the difficulties made by yourself. That is another thing. Whatever may be the situation arising in your family or in your society or in your country, how do you face the situation? How must you do it? When your reaction is observed by the entire people of the society, when your word has high respect among the society, you should not react, you should only respond. Think wisely and deeply and in a very high intellectual way and respond. That is what today's politicians doesn't do. Achyuta Menon did it, or Balram did it, or even E.M.S. Namboodiripad did it. But E.M.S. Namboodiripad was an expert in Arthashastra and Tarkashastra. Of course, Arthashastra, Tarkashastra. He was an authority on that. He is a typical Brahmin, but he was a communist also. He gave all his properties to the movement like Rajeshwar Rao did. But he was very expert in Tarkashastra. He could, when it issue a statement today, tomorrow he will interpret it